get out the trade. Um, so I'm officially done. And what it could do is just retrace back up into 50% of this range. You maybe hit midnight open and drop. So I will.
And that's exactly what it did. What's up, family? This is a follow-up to the trade that I took today. I hope this is not going to be too long, but I'm really doing this for my journal, and hopefully, it's helpful to other people. But so what I was talking about was when I said it could retrace up to 50% and hit midnight open and continue down. That is what happened right here. So this was the range I was talking about. Oops. It came up. Yeah, okay, above 50%. All right. Okay. Went into a premium. It hit the 618. And then it continued lower. And I was listening to ICT today, and he was talking about this was low resistance liquidity conditions. So on a Monday with no news, note to self, Jamie, it's it's a little bit unreasonable for me to think that it's gonna just like fill the gap effortlessly. I mean, not to say that it can't do that, but this is what happened today. The RTH gap effortlessly. It almost got down here and filled it, but not quite. And then, as I said in my trade journal for the trade that I took today, I had my stop all the way down, take profit all the way down here because I was like, oh, it's gonna come down and fill the gap from Friday, and I'm gonna get rich. So that just didn't happen, and it's understandable that it didn't because it's no news and it's a Monday. One of the things ICT said today was in his call, I was just listening to it, and God, dude just would not stop talking. And so I just had to pause it because I was like, I want to just get this video out the way. I mean, he's already been talking for 2 hours. But he said so much good stuff in there. He was talking to my soul today. He was like, when you're in a trade and you're in low resistance liquidity conditions, and it's taking a while for it to get to your trade and blah blah blah, he was like, just get out the trade. And so that's what I did when I got out somewhere up in here. I think I got stopped out up in here. So that's what I did. But on the other hand, it's like I tell people all the time in Sunday study group, like, allow price to retrace 50%, to ultimately get down to your target. So I'm gonna start taking some things off of this chart so it's not too crazy. But one of the things I want to point out, I know that he really preaches about these new week opening gaps and stuff, and I'm like, it's too much on my chart. I can't, I don't know what to do. But it's like I want to point out that he talks about the event horizon PD array, and that's where price came down to today. So the event horizon PD array is 50% between two new week opening gaps. And I think it's only new week opening gaps, not new day opening gap and new week opening day, But when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, well, where is the other new week opening gap that is 50% between? I don't understand. So there's that. And then, it came down, into this new week opening gap, but then it's like, oh, this has the NWOG and the NDOG. Oh God. So let's see. Okay. I can choose. I got you. Okay. So yeah, these are new week opening gaps. Okay, good. So, but I'm going to turn that off to get that off the chart. And then I'm going to turn on this because check this out. You say I wasn't using the NDOG. Well, it basically came down to a 1 hour fair value gap. Or excuse me, the NWOG. It basically came down to a 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm like, do I really need the NWOGs and the NDOGs and the PPOGs and the hog maws? I don't know. So this is a 1 hour fair value gap that price reached into. So that's great. Groovy. Okay, we're going to turn that off. Groovetastic. Then we see that it came down here to the top of the October 25th RTH gap, and here's the bottom down here. So my question is, are we going to keep on moving lower to fill those gaps like overnight during Asian or during London? So but I'm not going to trade it because I tend to get tore up trading during London and a no, really I have a history of getting torn up during trading during Asian. So now I'm going to turn off that since we know we hit down here the upper gap of October 25th. So I'm gonna turn those off, clear that up. So then it's just looking at this today and excuse me. So I saw 2022 YouTube models today, and I just want to point this out because the 2022 YouTube model is the truth. So one was already in my video from today, from the trade that I took. I got in right here. Basically, you got a stop rate, displacement, below a short-term low, fair value gap, boom, take the trade. So that's one. Then I found this second one here. Again, rinse and repeat. This short-term high, it came up, ran these stops, displacement down, below a short-term low, fair value gap, retraced into it, boom, drop. Pop lock and drop it. Then there was a third one, and I was leaning towards being bearish today because of all the reasons I mentioned in the first video. So you'd have to check that one out if you care to know. And then we come down here to this one. And let me see, the 350 macro had hidden here somewhere. Where's the 350 macro at? Because it started picking up. So here's again, you got stops here, stops rated, displacement, short-term low, fair value gap, boom. And then your target could be, you know, that 1 hour fair value gap that we went to, or the, you know, that top of that RTH gap, or if you use the event horizon, you could use that one. So that is what I wanted to point out there. And then, so for those of you that are looking for a model, boom, 3 times in one day, 2022 YouTube model, all the way down. I don't know why my thing does that. All the way down the, uh-oh, what happened? Oh, Lord. Maybe this is telling me, I don't know what I did, y'all. What? Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. What happened? Oh, that was weird. I don't even know what I did. Wow. Okay. So that was 3 times in one day. I'm pointing out in my notes also that this is a 1% fair value gap from Monday. He said in one of the 2024 videos to run that through the whole week because we'll see how price plays off that throughout the week. So I got that on there. Let's see. So I'm gonna turn that off now. I'm gonna turn these off now. And then I was looking at, I think I was on the 5-minute chart. When price came up here, it had set up the unicorn model. So the unicorn model is similar to the 2022 model, but like in this case right here, I don't know that I would be taking the 2022 YouTube model, getting in down here, but I do see the unicorn model. So basically it's when you have a breaker and then you have a fair value gap paired with that breaker, and then you can take the trade there. So that's a model that I want to allow myself to trade. I, you know, most likely wouldn't have seen it because I don't really stay on the 5-minute chart much. But the nice thing about this is that it was right at midnight open. So that's like, that's Bertifer. Ooh, I don't know what I did here. So I think that is all I wanted to point out for my journal. I feel really good about just being on side today. For people who know me and have been around me for a while, they know that I'm not really much of a shorter. I'm always like a bull, like price is gonna go up, but that's just the novice trader in me. And I'm just really proud that I was able to take that trade. I don't know if I already said it in this video. ICT said in the talk today, he said if you're gonna trade on Mondays with no news, to trade pre-market. So that's exactly what I did today, not knowing pre-market meaning pre-New York Open. And that's what I did today when I got in up here at 9:10. That's exactly what I did. So oh my God, I was so on point today. So yeah, I left some money on the table, but I just would not want to sit through all day to get down here. Like I don't want to be attached to the computer, chained to the computer. Yeah, sure, I could have easily just set the order and set my take profit and left, but I'm not at that level yet. I gotta watch it print. But while this was a high resistance day, understanding what was going on, it was actually quite beautiful, especially after we rejected off a midnight open here in this breaker and it just never went back up there. So you would just have to know it's high resistance, it's reaching lower, and just look for setups that are going lower. And I think I just spotted another 2022 YouTube model. Let me see if this is real. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's actually one right here. I think this is one I saw before. Now this one, it could be tricky because check this out. So you got a stop rate here. This is a bearish stop rate. So this is like 4 in one day. Stop rate. This one I might have taken an L on this one. Then you have your short-term low. Then you have your fair value gap. So what he says is you can, let's do that. You can have your stop at the top of this candle, up here, or up here. If it was up here, you're safe. Because this right here just came out, tagged out people who were short and were like, bah! And so that's what 2022 YouTube models. And it came back to that fair value gap. One, let's just say 2, 3, 4 times. And that was it. So anyway, good job, Jamie. I'm so glad I made my money. I got out the market. I walked away and I just tape readed the rest of the day. And I feel so victorious. I have a history of blowing myself up on Mondays because I'm anxious to push a button and the market's been closed all weekend and I'm trying to get the dopamine hit. And, all 3 trades that I took today for me were inside of the 2022 YouTube model. And I feel good about today's trading. So with that, I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope all is well. Y'all be cool. Always stay in trading school. And I love you so much. Bye.